Good night.
Good morning, Magic Kingdom. I am Shane Fair, and I am up at the crack of dawn to bring you another exciting episode of Monday Morning Magic. Well, it was just last week on this very program where we saw Erica Lee take on Jared Evans in an intergender matchup. Well, it was Erica Lee that bested her opponent. Jared Evans then took to Twitter following that match to blast his opponent, Erica Lee, and Pro Wrestling Magic Management. We're going to have more on that just a little bit later. First, I want to talk about the exclusive match you're going to see on the program today. I am talking about the Lindo luchador, El Louis Lindo, as he takes on the King of the Garden, Mantis. The winner becoming the #1 contender for the Pro Wrestling Magic Junior Heavyweight Championship, currently held by Sebastian Cage. Well, first you have Louis Lindo, who was trained partially by that man Sebastian Cage, so should he advance in this matchup, he has a distinct advantage against the junior heavyweight champion. Louis Lindo is beloved in the locker room, and he's creating quite a name for himself in the New York City area, but he is not going to have an easy time because he will be going against Mantis, the King of the Garden. And in my mind, he may one day become the king of Madison Square Garden because this man has limitless potential and such an unorthodox moveset that no one can quite prepare for the King of the Garden, Mantis. That is going to be quite a match. But I also want to talk to you about the Chad Adams Memorial Rumble. It goes down on January 25th as Pro Wrestling Magic honors one of the founding fathers of Pro Wrestling Magic, Mr. Chad Adams. It'll be a 30-man Rumble in which the winner will go on to the championship opportunity of his choosing on the April anniversary show. But first, like I said, we're going to go right down to ringside as Mantis takes on Louis Lindo for the #1 contendership for the Pro Wrestling Magic Junior Heavyweight Championship. Let's watch.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The gong sounds, and we are on here inside the Pro Wrestling Magic Kingdom. It is El Louis Lindo taking on Mantis one-on-one. #1 contendership for the Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line. More about that to come in the coming weeks. Can't wait to see what happens here between the charismatic luchador, Senor El Louis Lindo, and a man who I believe, or I was told, I'm not sure, was raised within the deepest woods, in the deepest jungles. Mr. Mantis over here. Go behind by Mantis now. Lindo now trying to find his way out. Possibly going for one of the wrists. There it is. Louis now got the wrist control. Gonna start working on that arm. Kick to the back of the knee. Oh, Mantis not having any of that. Forearm shiver. Focusing on that elbow. And if you don't have that elbow, you don't have that wrist going for you, you can't do stuff like this. My goodness, Louis now in control. Speed starting to pick up here in the early going. Both of these men definitely known for their speed and athleticism. Lucha indeed, Senor Louis Lindo. Hurricane Rana takeover sends Mantis to the outside, licking his wounds a little bit. Uh-oh. Looks like Louis on the move. Tope! Suicida into the third row. You see some of the other gladiators here that we have set up here in the inside the kingdom. If you want on our bigger shows, here goes Louis one more time. Mantis now into the ring. Big boot under the jaw. If you want a spot sometimes on our big packed full shows. Uh-oh, going for a cover. 1, 2. Louis just kicking out another cover. Big fan of those multiple covers. Got to get that energy sapped out if you want that win. But yeah, if you're in the Kingdom, you're trying to get on some of our shows. Sometimes these are available to you to try and step in the ring and prove yourself to the scouting committee. At Kingdom Come, we had the Fast Pass Battle Royal into the Chad Adams Memorial Cup. As you'll see, the Chad Adams Memorial Rumble, sorry. Big knee drop across the elbow there. Really, Mantis is really centered in on that elbow of Louis here. And if you can't hold on to that top rope, you can't springboard off the top rope or do a lot of those lucha maneuvers. But January 25th, as you see the orange rope there in the center, signifying that our Chad Adams Memorial Rumble is coming soon. A lot of these guys and girls actually want to be in that Rumble, want to be able to challenge for a title on our main shows. Mantis now taking the time to gloat a little bit for his handiwork. 1, 2. And if he waits too long, Louis is just going to be able to kick out. Louis is just one of those competitors that when you're in the ring, you gotta stay on him until you get that 3 count or until you get the submission. Submission here, holding the arm back behind the head. Just rubbing his palm in the eyes, in the face of Lindo. Other competitors in attendance now trying to rally behind just a little bit. Discus, no one home. Up and under. Oh, possibly going for a back body drop, but Mantis had it scouted. Beautiful drop kick. Right on the button there. Mantis again taking that time that he should be taking to cover 1, 2, 1.5 there. You see, that's what I'm saying. If you want to move into a title situation, you want to move into those bigger crowds, those bigger audiences, can't spend a lot of time arguing over covers or bragging about your good work. Mantis now, oh, European uppercut just right under the jaw. Placed any more perfectly than that, I think Louis would be out on his feet right now. And a third one. Jesus. But that valuable time that's in between those shots is going to cause an opening. And Louis now taking advantage of that opening. Louis Lindo on the move. Big time flare chop into the chest. Sound echoing off the walls here. Now has him up in the high rent district there. What is on the mind of Louis Lindo? Looks like possibly he could be going for a superplex. Both of these men. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, Jesus. Unbelievable impact from the top turnbuckle down straight into the center of the ring. And now our referee here trying to ascertain which one of these men will be able to make it to their feet. 4 count, actually. Both of these men have 5 seconds to get to their feet. 4 seconds. We need a #1 contender here. Uh-oh, here we go. Louis now sizing him up for a big elbow shot to the jaw. Discus clothesline! Missing the other one. Here comes Mantis up. But his powerbomb down. 1, 2. And Mantis somehow, Jesus. How, I mean, honestly, at this point, I would be knocked out. There's no way you can take a shot like that, followed up by a big sit-out powerbomb, and just expect to get the shoulder up off the mat, but somehow Mantis is still alive here. Here comes Louis. Big single leg forward face kick from Mantis. What athleticism now has him. Uh-oh. What? This big Submission maneuver, has the arms, has the leg trapped. Referee now checking in. Mantis has done it. Mantis is your #1 contender to the junior heavyweight title. More information on that as we move along. Let's go back.
Well, there you have it. Two of the brightest prospects in the junior heavyweight division did battle, but it was Mantis coming out on top of the Lindo luchador. And now Mantis, of course, becomes the #1 contender for the Pro Wrestling Magic Junior Heavyweight Championship, currently held by Sebastian Cage. But before we get to that match, we spoke a little bit about the Chad Adams 2020 Memorial Rumble. Now, if you didn't know, Chad Adams was one of the founding fathers here at Pro Wrestling Magic. His vision, along with some of the others, shaped what would later become this great institution that we all know and love, and Chad Adams is one of the biggest parts of that. So, every January, we salute Chad Adams with the Chad Adams Memorial Rumble in his name and in his honor. The winner of that goes on for a title opportunity of their choosing at the April anniversary show. Now, one of those entrants is the man we just mentioned, Sebastian Cage. We caught up with him after Kingdom Come 4, and he had a few words about the Chad Adams Memorial Rumble. Let's have a listen.
2020, January. Chad Memorial Rumble. I'm entering. Because you know what? I'm the best junior heavyweight in the world today. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get me that contract so I could go for the world title and I could collect more gold. Pero tú sabes algo. Yo soy el campeón de los pesos pesados de los juniors. Y yo vine aquí a hacer una sola cosa. A ganar y a continuar siendo el mejor luchador que ustedes han visto en este mundo. You know why? Because I'm lit.
Well, there you have it. The lit superstar and current Pro Wrestling Magic Junior Heavyweight Champion, Sebastian Cage, has thrown his hat in the proverbial ring for the Chad Adams 2020 Memorial Rumble. But guess what? We've got 4 more names that we are going to add by the end of this program. One of them I like to talk about right now. You just saw his open challenge at Kingdom Come 4. I am talking about AC Baby. He is the next competitor that we'd like to announce in the Chad Adams 2020 Memorial Rumble. Incredible. So already we've got 3 big names: Sebastian Cage, Ace Romero, and of course you know Shawn Donavan. He has number 30 as he was victorious at Kingdom Come in the Chad Adams Fast Pass Battle Royal, in which he now has number 30. You can't beat those odds entering final. But there's 2 other gentlemen I'd like to talk about right now. The American Murder Society, the relentless Aaron Bradley, the Maniac Unchained, Steve Off. And they've got a few words about their intentions in the Chad Adams Memorial Rumble that we'd like to go to right now.
You know, I threw something out there. You said that Jersey Muscle Society, wolves in sheep's clothing. But you know what? They didn't hit a low blow. Not even an eye gouge. They never went for a chair. Maybe we were wrong.
No. Maybe, just maybe, we were right. Because I know it. And Steve, Tony, I know you guys know it. My foot was under the bottom rope. And the whole world saw it.
Yeah.
Right in front of the hard cam. I know we're not supposed to acknowledge the hard cam, but it's there and it saw it! Maybe we were right.
Maybe we were right. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we do this? How about Aaron Bradley and Steve Off, the American Murder Society, officially enter the Chad Adams Memorial Rumble, and then when one of us wins it, then we'll see. Then we'll see if we were right about the Jersey Muscle Society or not.
And maybe we won't even have to wait that long. If you guys have the balls, step in that rumble, and we will knock your heads off. This is more than titles. This is now a personal vendetta. You've screwed us once, and you tried to hit us once with a chair. This must come to an end, and it will end with you 6 feet under.
Because we will welcome you
to the American Murder Society.
Whew. I guess thank you, AMS. Now, we have one more competitor to announce for the Chad Adams Memorial Rumble on this episode of Monday Morning Magic, and I think you're going to be happy. She was one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Pro Wrestling Magic Women's Champion in the history of the promotion. I am talking about Jordynne Grace. Well, there you have it. That's the competitors for this episode of Monday Morning Magic. More are going to be revealed in coming weeks as we get ready for a full house. Now, speaking of full house, we want you to share the hell out of this event. At Wrestling Magic on Twitter, at Pro Wrestling Magic on Instagram and Facebook. Now, here's why we want you to share it. On January 27th, Monday Morning Magic will have its first exclusive event called Roaring 20s. Now, the only way to get access to this private event on January 27th is to share the Full House event. We will be watching. Now, to gain access, you'll also be able to see the conclusion of Erica Lee and Jared Evans. More on that, as we promised. Management has responded that Jared Evans can have his rematch, but first, he's got to go through a gauntlet. And once he goes through that gauntlet, well, by all means, then you can have your rematch. But until then, Erica Lee can sit and relax, because you got a long way to go if you want to get that rematch. Now, also, we are going to see Sebastian Cage versus Mantis at that event. We are also going to see a championship defense of the Dark Arts title by the Meadowlands Monster. We'll also see the match between AMS and JMS from Kingdom Come 4. Now, you've got to share the hell out of this Full House event. Get out there right now, as soon as this episode ends, and start up. It's the only way to get access to the Roaring 20s on the 27th. Now, until then, we want to see you at Full House and the aforementioned Chad Adams 2020 Memorial Rumble on January 25th at Ridgefield Park. Be there.